The San Jose Sharks head to Canada's capital city, hoping to get a victory. Not so much. They, however, take a parade to the penalty box. We'll break down all of that, have a CUDA update, and let's see how many Post-it notes Dana went through right now on Teal Town After Dark. Good evening, everyone. It is Saturday night, December 3rd, 2022, and the San Jose Sharks lose to the Ottawa Senators 5-2. And they say the slap shot's dying. Okay. Welcome to Teal Town After Dark. This is your live interactive Sharks post game. We do this after every game, home or away, win or loss, or stolen by the official. No, I'm kidding. Not really. I'm frustrated with that, but we'll move on. But be a part of the show. Chat with us and fellow Sharks fans all over the world and in Sharks territory on the page or the app of YouTube. Of course, follow us on the social, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, SoundCloud, Reddit, Discord, TikTok. Find everything at tealtownusa.com. And if you want to support the show, feel free to use the Super Chat function on the YouTube or at tealtownusa on the Venmo. And with that, I say good evening to you, and I say good evening to Mrs. Dana Meyerson.
It's an okay evening.
It's an okay evening? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. This evening, started, it was all right. It wasn't too bad. I mean, the Sharks start out nice. They get a power play. Tomas Hertl gets a goal, make it 1-0. I mean, I'm thinking, all right, not bad, right?
Good start, yeah. Man, and to think I thought Hertl might have a natty hattie. I even said it out loud. That's how I ruined it.
Oh. Yeah, and unfortunately, Lindblom
wanted... Not even close.
Oh. Dang it. You took it from Erik Karlsson. Not even a minute later, or a minute and 15 later, Lindblom wants to put his name on the scoring sheet to make sure we all know he's still playing with the Sharks for a holding call, which sets up probably the worst penalty killing nights we've seen in quite some time from the Sharks in the last few years. Tkachuk left alone in front of the net to make it 1-1 from Stutzler, as AJ would say it.
Who?
Yeah, that guy that's that
never heard of him.
Yeah, I mean, the guy that the Senators took as one of the first round picks. We had to give them for Erik Karlsson. Yeah, okay. That makes it 1-1. But Tomas Hertl, wanting to atone for the rough night he had in Toronto, he gets it right back. Hertl, 2-goal night, makes it 2-1. You're thinking, all right, these guys are looking good, Dana.
Yeah, no, I was having fun. It definitely says something that, spoiler alert, I have 4 Post-it notes and 2 are from the first period. Yeah, even Lorenz had a close one. Great pass from Gadjevich.
Oh, yes.
Things were, I mean, too good to be true. That's how the first period felt.
Yeah, no, that was a great point there. I mean, it's like Gadjevich moving him up, and I'm like, oh, Lawrence, you had that one. That made it. That would have been a big goal to make it 3-1, but alas, not for naught. We also saw Gregor block a shot that I think they were looking at his hand or wrist area. But he did come back near the end of the first period. So, all in all, a first period that looked pretty promising for the Sharks, even though they were outshot 14-10.
Yeah, no. I'm sorry. This game melted my brain a little bit. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I thought it occurred to me watching the first period. I wrote down this is the fun bad content I signed up for.
Oh,
I talk about Sharks being fun bad. They became unfun bad later on.
yeah. No, I mean, like we've said, I think we've said it with when we've been on. I think I know I've said it with Ian, and Ian said it for sure. Being entertained, um, even if we're going to lose. And early on, it seemed like that, and then the Sharks decide, you know, the lovely accommodations in the visiting penalty box at Canadian Tire Center were too good to pass up. I mean, Kevin LeBanc, he left it so nice. He went in there twice.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's just, guys, come on. I mean, you're testing fate here. You go. Let's see. You have Shimmick for holding, LeBanc for tripping, and then the third period, Gadjevich for slashing. Had a nice scoring chance in there. And then LeBanc for tripping again. I mean, and it's against Stutzla too. You know, and
Who?
there's that Van Gogh again. Yeah.
Nope, doesn't ring a bell.
Okay, cool. But overall, Dana, one of the roughest nights for the PK. They allow 3 power play goals on 5 chances.
Humiliating. I was talking Anu, my husband, about like I was, he's kind of an emerging hockey fan, and so I'm still kind of educating him on different things. And I was talking about the PK, and I'm like, yeah, the Sharks are at 91.5. That means that and literally in the middle of me talking about how good the Sharks penalty kill was, that was when the first goal went in, and it was just downhill from there. It's just I don't know. They just fell apart. Yeah, it's just really embarrassing, honestly. The way they let the Senators just completely pick them apart. And I feel bad for Kakinen. I do, because he didn't
Yeah.
have an amazing night, but he made some pretty good saves. I don't really feel like any of the goals were his fault. So I don't know. I'm kind of mad at the Sharks on his behalf as well.
I kind of let Ian talk about how Matt Benning sucks, but
Okay. We're gonna open this can of worms
we're,
now.
we're gonna.
I almost forgot. I do have a post-it note on it, though. Rest assured.
Oh, okay. Go ahead. I want to hear what your post-it note says, because
I said Matt Benning's gonna have a great game tomorrow.
he better have a great game tomorrow if he knows
No,
what's good for him.
I don't know, man. It's just one of those things. You can't just toss the puck over your shoulder and figure it all. I don't know what that was. When someone does something so blatantly stupid, I can't even really
You can't odd
beat them over the head for it, because it's just so.
Ugh.
I don't know that. Oh gosh,
It's
that's a danger for the ages.
That's a massive dangle, dang it. I mean, my goodness, there's just one of the biggest things you're taught when growing up and playing hockey. And granted, my hockey career was not that long, but the biggest thing that they always talked
Longer
about,
than mine.
well, there's still time for you, my dear, was to either rim it around the boards or work it up the boards. There, do not go, up the middle, because there's no chance. And sure enough, I mean, I get it. And Matt Benning, I think it's very nice of you to be part of the gift giving of the season. I mean, you still have 3 shopping weeks till Christmas, or a little over 2 weeks before Hanukkah, or whatever you're celebrating. But my God, you just handed it right to Giroux, and he just bangs it home. And honestly, the flow died after that tying goal.
Yeah.
It seems like their shoulders were slumped. It's just very frustrating here, and that really changed the game.
Yeah, no, I feel like they let it kind of screw with them. thinking Ottawa was a beatable team, which they are. They're like not good. Their coach is on the verge of being fired, even though for some reason the broadcast was like praising him. Like, okay, pop off, I guess. I think they just kind of let it get to them. And something I realized was like until that last power play and, a few, like Carlson being tripped and stuff, I barely noticed Carlson this game. I feel like he didn't have too much of an impact, which is, I don't know. Sometimes Ottawa games are not his best. It's weird.
I'm trying to he's got 4 assists when he's played Ottawa. He got another one tonight, so we'll give him 5.
Okay.
So, I mean, he gets off of his scoring schneid of 2 games, so we'll give him that. But yeah, he hasn't gone off on Ottawa.
No. It's weird because a lot of times, players tend to have a little extra motivation for their home team or their previous team, which maybe he does. I don't know, but hasn't shown up. But I didn't what goal did he assist on?
It was
which of the
Hertl
goals?
It's the second Hertl goal was from Carlson and LeBanc. So LeBanc did do something good tonight. That's good. That one made it 2-1. The Giroux, goal assisted by Matt Benning made it 2-2. And the Sharks couldn't get anything going on the power play. That where I think a key would have been nice. It looked good, especially when into the third period when they had that extended 4-on-3. But hey, stick taps to Anton Forsberg for having a heck of a night for Ottawa.
And the post.
And having some help with, I think, was it Jake Sanderson as well, too.
Yeah.
Ian saying Benning still sucks, lol. Yes.
Wow, what a hot take.
Yeah, very hot take.
How dare you come after Matt Benning? I've got 16 different Mark Benning jerseys in my... Right, sorry, Matt Benning. Oh my God, sorry, Matt Benning. He's gonna have a great game tomorrow, if the pattern continues. But yeah, man.
Yeah. Marty T in the chat saying, "Sorry, puck guy. Dana has the better outfit tonight." Absolutely, completely agree.
Hey, when we were at the game last week, we were both rocking the Carlson reverse retro. But
Absolutely.
Thank you very much. I have the matching hat. I don't know that puck guy has the matching hat.
No.
Okay, so I win.
Yes, you win easily. Dana 1, puck guy 0. It's shocking. It seems my connection's gonna die. Wait, no, not yet. Okay, moving onward. Yeah. Felix saying, or blindly pass to the middle. Like, bruh. Yeah, no, totally. Michael Molasses saying, can Sturm come back already? Yeah, this team is missing Nico Sturm. But, hey, only a 2-minute minor. But moving on to the third period, it's just tough to see, Stutzla, that guy we shouldn't name, sorry, gets tripped up by Kevin LeBanc. And, of course, Ottawa would come back to score to make it 4-2. Thanks a lot. Thomas Shabbat, that was after Stutzla scoring a power play late in the period in the second. So 4-2, and then you have the 4-on-3. And it looked good, just couldn't get anything by them.
I know. That was the way that power play ended was so tragic. And I'm sure, we've been holding off, but it's coming. It's coming. Jesus Christ. Yeah, no, but Carlson looked great. They all look. Barabanov had so many chances. Yep. Like, I thought it was bound to go in, but.
You were expecting that teaser goal to make it 4-3 and thinking, oh boy, here we go. We got this one, and then nope, off the post. Nope, great save by Forsberg, and Hertl's out there trying to keep it up, and then he gets tripped up, and then all of a sudden it's a 2-on-0, and all of a sudden all the officials are, huh? What is it?
Oh, what? I'm blind. What are you talking about?
and then the exclamation point. I mean, you talk about a momentum swing. Claude Giroux wouldn't have the swagger to shoot a slap shot unless they had just killed off that penalty, didn't allow a goal, get away with a tripping call, and then he slaps it past Kakinen for the burying coffin. I mean, if the shoulders weren't swooped down now, they were definitely down after that one, and that was it. I mean, there's still time left. I mean, there's still like a little over 4 minutes left, but Dana, that was done once that went in.
Yeah, no, that was infuriating. Potentially, like, that might have been one of the most infuriating moments of the season so far. That and like the dumpster fire of a Chicago game, which I was lucky enough to be on the After Dark for. Oh, I was just telling Puck Guy this. This is my 8th show. 0 wins. I know wins are few and far between these days, but like, come on. But I mean, when they lose really bad and it's an infuriating game, like, it gives me something to talk about. Yeah. Yeah, no. The Sharks just like fell apart, and like literally the moment they finally got it back together, nope, ref said no. I don't know. Like, David Quinn seemed to be like keeping it together relatively well. If I were him, I would be like popping off.
Yeah, I think he was warned by the officials about not going off, and you know what? I would love for him to say STFU Sanguinet, because my God, I mean, that's infuriating to get a tripping call that's not called. Yes, it was after a 4-on-3. Yes, if you're going to do the time management because you have to go get your smokes poutineery in nearby Canada, which who knows if they actually have a smokes nearby there, but I digress. It's frustrating indeed to see, and we're starting to get comments from the locker room. David Quinn, every night it seems like we cure one problem and another one pops up.
Wait, what problem did they cure tonight?
Hertl scores unclear. 2 goals to make up
right,
things,
exactly.
I mean, I don't know on that. I'm looking at, like, Kakinen had 34 saves on 39 shots. I mean, again, like you said, I'm not going to put too much on there. Four of the defensemen played over 20 minutes. I don't know if you want to do that on the first night of back-to-backs.
No.
But also that probably doesn't help with the amount of penalties that the Sharks were taking. All minus the Gadjevich fight, which, good job. Gadjevich trying to implement himself into the game. And hey, his dad got to see him play in the NHL, which
cool.
I don't know if you saw on the Sharks Twitter, but he had his warm-up puck, and he had a button of precious little Jonah, early on, holding on him.
I'll have to check it out.
You got to check that out. It's great. So
yeah, well, you know what? I think his dad should be proud, because Gadjevich was one of the better Sharks tonight, in my opinion.
Yeah, he definitely brought a bunch of stuff to the
energy.
Game. Yeah,
say what you want about him. He's definitely an energy guy, and sticks up for his teammates. I know it's cliche, but I feel like he was one of the only Sharks I saw with some oomph, especially going into later in the game.
Yeah, you definitely saw a lot of trying and everything, especially on the power play. Just couldn't capitalize on it. It's nice to see Tomas Hertl atone for a mistake that he really took on personally and get the 2 goals. But whatever's left of the Post-it notes, I'm dying to hear.
It wasn't a fun Post-it note night. This is super random, but in one of those Fanatics commercials, I swear to God, one of those models was a contestant on The Bachelorette. I had to pull up his Instagram just to confirm, but I don't know if anyone watched Tayshia's season. His name is Brandon. He came in 3rd, and then he and his girlfriend Piper made a mess of Bachelor in Paradise that season. But yeah, apparently now he's modeling Blues apparel for the Fanatics commercials. So
No. Has to be the
Um,
Blues, of course.
hey, um, I said Tomas Hertl redemption arc. Um, they scored a power play goal. Maybe that's what David Quinn was talking about.
Yeah.
Um, but again, like, yeah, okay, cool. Congrats, you scored one power play goal.
And give up 3.
Yeah. Um, wait, who's okay? I wrote down someone's initials. Oh, Brady Tkachuk. Yeah. Yeah, no, for that Tkachuk goal where he just swooped right in. That's one of those ones where I feel like the Sharks hung Kakinen out to dry, and that's where my beef started. Yeah, another beautiful Hertl goal. I said fourth line good.
Yeah.
I guess I stand by that. Goal Giroux, no comment on Matt Benning 5. Okay. Yeah, and then third period I just wrote RIP Sharks PK and blatant trip.
Yeah.
Cause yeah, okay, so to clarify, like I don't, I don't think the Sharks lost because of that call, but didn't help. And it's infuriating. It's okay to be mad when the refs miss stuff. There doesn't need to be a hot take of like, well, the Sharks weren't playing well anyway. Yeah, I know, but I'm still allowed to be mad
Yeah.
because that was just like, I'm not even someone who notices penalties all the time, like while I'm watching it live. But that was just really sad to see. And, the moment it happened and they took the puck out of the zone, you just knew it was going in.
Yeah. And it was just, again, I'll use the word swagger because there's just that. There's no way you get going for that shot, and that just was like just that little period and that exclamation point where it just like boom, done. Good night. Drive safely, and like Felix is saying, as Jerk always likes to say, 2 things can't be true. That's true.
Or 3.
Or 3.
Or 4.
Yeah.
But not 5. Not Matt Benning.
Oh wow.
I'm sorry.
Damn.
I'm sorry.
The other thing too is Meyer. He ended up getting 6 shots on goal. He started off slow there this evening, but ended up getting nearly 20 minutes of ice time. Wow. My goodness. But
do you think Vlasic got a little banged up at one point towards the end?
I kind of saw something, but I think he was trying to stick it out. But we'll see. We'll see on that. Waiting to see if there's any additional comments on here. And so far, I've only seen that one quote from David Quinn via Sheng Peng, San Jose Hockey now. That's all I've seen so far as to comments from this one, and I could see that this one is a frustrating one all around. If you aren't,
I think they're just trying to avoid getting fined because anything, if I were them, anything that came out. Oh my God, I can't even talk. I'm so riled up. No, anything that would come out of my mouth would get me a fine. Because, what is it? You have to wait 24 hours before you can say anything about the refs.
Yeah.
Or that's just the GMs.
Yeah. PJ48, every small thing was called against San Jose. They let a lot go versus Ottawa, and of course, no penalties in Toronto. Yeah, I mean, the tripping call, the first tripping call on LeBanc was a little sus. But then you see that blatant one let go, and that's where I think everybody gets frustrated with it because it's just like, really, that gets called, and then later in the game, it's just like.
Yeah, I don't know what they're, because again, like if you've got like a bunch of guys all, clumped together doing stuff, just like a small little, or just like a little trip or whatever, like I can see that being missed, and
right.
it's understandable, even though like refs have one job quite literally, but there was no one else there. It was just wait, who was it who tripped Hertl? It wasn't Giroux because
No.
whoever it was passed to Giroux.
It was. I'm looking at the replay here. I want to say it was Tyler Mott. Let me see. Yeah, Tyler Mott, because he was the one who got the assist on the goal.
Right. Okay. Well, that. Yeah. No, it was just Mott and Hertl right there.
Yeah.
No one else.
Yeah.
It's just. I don't.
Yeah.
How.
No, I know. It's frustrating. We've seen it happen before, unfortunately. I mean, I remember a game against Detroit where Randy Hahn saying, right in front of the referee. I mean, right in front of the referee, and they let it go. Looking at the chat here, Hot Wheels 84. No way can CAC be the future. Ian, who's also on double duty Twitter duty for the Barracuda, who we're still waiting to score that teddy bear toss goal. Come on, guys. Ian saying he's not. That's why you sign guys to 2-year deals until someone sticks. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard to evaluate Kakkonen right now, considering like Aiden Hill's done pretty good in Vegas. But it's hard to know if that's just a result of Vegas being a lot better of a team and like not hanging their goalies out to dry. Not everyone can be James Reimer and carry the entire team on their back. I don't know. I like Kakkonen's had really good games. Like the other Senators game that I was at, he was only like the second star, and I was like, that's BS. He was amazing in that game. He had like 37 saves. He had 34 saves in this game. Like I don't know. I'm becoming a Kakkonen apologist. We'll see how how this blossoms as the year goes on. I don't know if he is like the future. Saying the future in reference to any goalie is like apparently a curse. It's a jinx. But I definitely don't hang this game on Kakkonen, and I think he has given average to okay goaltending over the course of the year. And if the Sharks were a better team, I think his numbers would look a lot better.
Right.
And James Reimer would win the Vezina, Jennings, Hart, Rocket Richard, Coach of the Year, etc.
Lofty goals there. So that kind of seals that one. Sharks lose 5-2 to the Ottawa Senators. They go to 8-15-4 on the campaign. So those of you on Team Tank, I'm sure you're psyched for this one, especially since it comes to a team that to a team that's you're kind of battling with in the bottom of the standings here. We're still waiting for that teddy bear toss goal. It's got to happen on here soon. I know they're in a TV timeout, but come on now. So now they have to get cleaned up, get on a plane, clear customs, and get into Buffalo for a game tomorrow, which, by the way, will be a pucknologist takeover, of course. So AJ and Jerk will welcome all your views and love and how many times Matt Benning sucks, or
no, he's gonna have 2 goals.
Yeah,
he has
better.
to.
He better. That's at 4:00. So roughly, depending on the game, pucknologist will probably be on just a skosh early. If it's late, we will be a little bit crazy, but who knows on what will happen in Buffalo, which historically, except for like a few times on occasion, has been the Sharks' kryptonite. They've always had a very rough time in Buffalo. I don't know if it's because they like the wings before the game or whatnot, but oh man, it's just it's just frustrating to see to do what they do and somehow don't get the win in Buffalo there. But Buffalo, it's had their moments, even though they're last. Again, you're playing a cellar dweller here at 10, 13, and 1. But, just one of those teams that the Sharks should have a chance at winning, but you have the likes of Tage Thompson, who's been phenomenal, but you'll have Aaron Dell most likely starting tomorrow. Yay. I mean, he played really well against Toronto.
Yeah, well, he used to be a Sabre, during which he had the infamous, what was it, like, trip on Drake Batherson, causing him not to go to the All-Star game. So I'm not really sure how the crowd in Buffalo feels about him.
We'll see. We'll see. A couple more quotes coming in now. Quinn on Hertl's bounce back tonight. We've got something going on through our team here, Cygnus-wise, and he hadn't been feeling great for a while. Talking to him today, he really felt good. You saw what a healthy Tomas Hertl looks like. That's not good. So now there's a sick bug going around, and of course we just saw that Gadrich came back from an illness. So, but yeah, good to see. What did you say? The Tomas Hertl redemption arc?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So good to see there. Also, a reporter asked Quinn, in the end, it looked like Hertl got tripped there. Quinn said, looked like. He also said that he received no explanation from the refs about the missed call, which means we better get an apology tomorrow, just like Vegas did in 2019.
Oh, yeah.
I expect it because it was so blatant. So, Joe Thornton. Yeah, bud. I did see something. What was it from Elliot Friedman, stating that they had that I think was it. Canada has asked Joe Thornton about the Spengler Cup. So could we see Jumbo return to the ice? I mean that'll be interesting to see there.
Sorry, I'm gonna sound dumb, but what's the Spengler Cup?
So the Spengler Cup is and help me out here. The kind of like a senior hockey tournament. It'd be like the World Championships for those who are a little bit older.
Gotcha.
If you want me to get the full one, and let's see here. The Spengler Cup is an annual invitational ice hockey tournament held in Davos, Switzerland, which I believe that's where where Jumbo met his wife. First held in 1923. It's often cited as the oldest invitational ice hockey tournament in the world. And it looks like they'll be playing from December 26th, my birthday, to December 31st. Yes. Oh, Hot Wheels. Come on now. The 65 plus beer league trophy. Come on. No. Yes, and apparently I'm being fined $50,000 for my comment. Yeah, well, guess what? It's better than the 41 games I would have gotten with Rafi Torres a few years ago. So, yeah. Jim and FLA, looking at the standings, how are the Penguins 9th overall in the league? Talk about teams that went complete opposite directions since 2016. Yeah. It's not like the Sharks didn't just completely fell off. They still had some chances there, but I mean, when we are getting closer and closer to starting Tankathon again, but right now, as it seems like the Sharks have the 4th best odds. Oh, excuse me, they've jumped up to the 2nd best odds at 13.5%. Yes. I think it's a curse that if you get the top spot that you don't get it. Okay, for Shiggles, here, we'll have fun. We'll have fun.
Sorry to interrupt. I had a comment for the class.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I would like to point out that, correct me if I'm wrong, the Penguins they went to the 2nd round in 2018 and haven't made it out of the first round since. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. Yes, they have made the playoffs those years. Although, didn't they technically not make the playoffs in 2020 since the Canadians beat them?
In the qualifying round, I get you.
Right. They haven't exactly had like amazing playoff success since those cups. I'd still still more success than the Sharks, but I would just like to put it out there.
Well,
if you want to look at a team that, sorry, what?
No, go ahead. Finish your comment.
Well, since 20, yeah, okay. So, the Sharks had playoff success in 2019.
True.
And the Penguins did not. But they've managed to stay relevant. But I feel like if you want to look at a team that's perennially good, Boston.
You got a point there. And Boston just seems to find a way somehow. To find a way somehow to do it. And Pittsburgh, yeah, they've made the playoffs, but they've had a tough time either first round or second round, or having Patrick Marleau weighing them down in the bubble in 2020, as you mentioned before. So, yeah. Draft lottery simulation. Sharks win the lottery. They move up one pick. Anaheim went down one pick. So there we go. See, it pays not to necessarily be the team with the best odds at it, for sure. So, SG Sports Talk channel, you get a $1.99 super chat. Thank you very much. Tomas Hertl was one goal away from a hat trick. Yeah. So close. He had some chances in the third, especially on that power play. So, jeez, really, chat. Boston is an awesome team, and they'd be more awesome if Jack Edwards wasn't their play-by-play guy, but I digress. I completely agree, Felix. I completely agree. So, update from TechCU Arena. It's still 1-0 Tucson. With about a little under 5 minutes to go in the second period. So we're still waiting on the teddy bear toss goal for the CUDA wearing blue for some odd reason for their teddy bear game. I'm not sure why, but again, we'll digress on that. So with that, I think we are just about finished with this episode. In case you missed anything or you want to watch this again, check us out on tealtownusa.com. or your favorite podcatcher, whether it's Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, SoundCloud, Spotify, TuneIn, Odyssey, and of course, you can always hit us up on YouTube, where we appreciate your like, your subscribe, and the notification bell buttons pressed and smashed, because, we would appreciate it. Gets the word out. And hey, if you missed if you are watching us on the replay, leave a comment down below and ask, what did you think of this game? Tomas Hertl, did he get tripped up? Did he have a nice redemption game? Would you rather have Kakinen go back on Sunday against Buffalo? So be on the lookout for that. But at the same time, Dana, as we come back in to wrap this up, one more game to go on the road trip. Your final thoughts and where the people can find you.
They can find me in the chat, apparently, but also on Twitter. That's my handle, Dana MEYY. Also on Instagram. And my final thoughts are: it's so crazy that in 2019 they skipped the third overall pick. It just didn't bother. Never existed. Yeah, they were like, "Oh no, we can't." No, but so yeah, it's so funny.
Thank you for making me laugh after a game where we all went frustration. All right, I'm at PuckGuy14 on the Twitter and the Instagram. Of course, as we said, check out our Twitter where Ian is giving his comments and recap on the Barracuda game taking place right now. And I will also let you know that Pucknologist takes over After Dark tomorrow following the Sharks versus Sabres. That game will begin at 4 o'clock local time here on the West Coast. And so expect the guys to be on around 6:30, no later than 7 o'clock, unless it goes into a 16-round shootout for some odd reason, or the Zamboni breaks down and the transmission fluid gets on the ice again. So we appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much. And until next time, keep it real, keep it teal, keep it real teal. Have a good night, everyone. We'll see you tomorrow night for an After Dark takeover of the Technologists with AJ and Shirk. Good night, everyone.